Honest Abe Roofing is America's favorite roofing company.
They took the time to discuss all of our needs.
I couldn't be happier with my new roof.
The best part? They came in under budget.
Honest Abe Roofing helped us with their easy payment solutions, and now we can make low payments on the roof that we actually wanted.
I guarantee you'll get the best price for your roof. That's what my ironclad lowest investment guarantee is all about.
Lake Elmo, Minnesota. In his 8th year of Super Late Model competition, the Soyboard Calf Ranch's Land of Pressure Washers, Hanco Corporation, Fuel Factory, The Real Cafe, B1, it's Brent Larson.
Only the toughest drivers can handle the World of Outlaws Late Model Series. Only the toughest pressure washers carry the name Landa.
What the heck is this? We're doing brand deals now, huh?
Chad, it makes sense.
Sheesh! Just because we're both cut from the same stuff of American legends, right here in the good old US of A?
Kinda.
Just because we're both for America, by America? Just because Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer is 100% American made?
Yes, Chad. Yes.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's a very big deal that we have Amcus, providing us with the Amcus cutting tools throughout our series and World Racing Group. It's good that we were able to get a product in that's reliable and it does the job. If for some reason we had to cut a car apart or get access to a driver or a patient, we know that this tool here is definitely the one that we're going to work the best, get us in there quickly.
Now showing the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series, presented by DIRTVision. Featuring the best drivers, biggest races.
Fantastic start! The Reaper strikes! He wins the 2025 season opener!
And best coverage of dirt late model racing.
My name is Ashton Smythe. I'll be covering all of the action.
Powerful late models on the planet!
DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
There's nothing better than some good old-fashioned bull ring racing right here at the world-famous Highland Speedway. Welcome into the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Models presented by DIRTVision. My name is Ashton Smythe, and I'll be covering all of the action happening down trackside. Joined up in the booth in just a little bit by the voice of the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models, Ruben Morellis. And whether you're joining us here in Highland, Illinois, or watching at home on DIRTVision, thank you so much for spending your Wednesday evening with us. Now, Beat the Heat 40 on tap for you here tonight, and that's exactly what we're going to try to do. Beat the heat. Nothing better way to do that than with a cold Real American Beer, but about 86 degrees outside right now. Maybe a little bit hotter than that, but the good thing, no rain in sight. A little bit of clouds in the sky to cover that sun every once in a while, but definitely a hot one. But looking forward to a great night of racing. Now, we took last weekend off from the Outlaw competition, but 2 weekends ago, we gave away $100,000 to a first-time crown jewel winner of Ryan Gustin. And man, what a 100-lap race that it was over at Cedar Lake with the USA Nationals. If you weren't able to join us, here are those highlights.
Cedar Lake Speedway for the 38th running of the USA Nationals. It's showtime! We're underway for $100,000 down the back straightaway. Garrett Alverson with the early race lead, Gustin second, Matt in third, Jake Tim getting around Davenport for the fourth position, but it's Alverson leading lap one. Ryan Gustin, though, about to make his presence felt up front.
Yeah, wherever the lap cars don't go is where Garrett Alverson needs to go as the Reaper is coming. Down the back straightaway, Alverson wheel hopping there. Ryan Gustin going to pull up alongside of him. Uduva, new race leader this time. Ryan Gustin down the front straightaway. Leader on lap number 12 off turn number 4 will be the Reaper, Ryan Gustin in 19R.
Ryan Gustin looking really good. Garrett Alverson still second, 1.2 second lead. It's been consistent, but this good battle here, Chris. We keep looking at it between Davenport and Shepard. Those two going at it. And how about Jake Tim, currently the MD3 rookie of the race, right behind them in sixth. Now Shepard to the top side, and the Rocket 1 is officially up to fourth at the line this time by. Madden enters high in the middle of turns 1 and 2. One of the best drivers is saving his tires. Now Shepard going to go to his inside. They're going to go Hoosier to Hoosier for the third position. Into turn number 3, Madden up high, Shepard down low, and off of corner number 4, Rocket 1 into the podium here. Great battle for fourth. Oh, Huddy way high on the wall in 1 and 2. He'll get it back going, but how about Brandon Overton? He'll throw the slider on the 44 of Madden, and off of 4, the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out.
Back into the start zone off turn number 4 for Ryan Gustin in 19R.
Gustin going to lead us into turn number 1. Madden going to go to the inside of Alverson. Those two, Alverson sideways, keeps it straight off of 2. What a save by Alverson. On down the front straightaway, he goes to the inside of Hudson O'Neill. Now Mike Marlar to 4th in the 157, from 16th to 4th, up 12 positions, goes the Winfield Warrior.
Brandon Shepard keeping pace with Ryan Gustin now. Gustin out there by 0.7 of a second here, again past the halfway point. That battle for third. Mike Marlar on the charge, trying to get to that third spot, the 157, and he's got it off turn 4. 7 more trips around here at the lake as we come back to green 4. Ryan Gustin in 19R.
Ryan Gustin with an excellent restart. Shepard didn't have a good restart. He went way wide in the exit of turn 4, has to slow up to avoid the wall in 1 and 2. Marlar to second, Hudson to third, and here comes Nick Hoffman to the inside of Shepard for 4th. Ryan Gustin continues to lead, but none have ever paid the magnitude of this one. $100,000 for the richest win of his career, the Reaper! Ryan Gustin wins the USA Nationals!
You just heard Ruben say it right there, the richest win of his career. Not only that, his first crown jewel, first USA Nationals win. So many accolades to go along with that very special win for the 19R and the whole Todd Cooney Motorsports team. But Ryan Gustin is not done yet. Back here at Highland Speedway, he's ready to rip and feeling very, very confident in the team that him and Todd Cooney have built together. But it hasn't always been like that. It's been an up and down year for them for sure, having some crew chief issues earlier on in the year, and then Ryan Gustin taking over that role as crew chief and driver on the 19R. But we caught up with Ryan earlier on today about what that feeling has been like over the past week, if it's really sank in yet that, hey, we just won $100,000 in our USA Nationals winner, and how huge that win is going to be for him and the 19R team for the rest of the year.
I think it's sunk in by now. It definitely took a couple days for sure, but yeah, it was a really cool deal. You know, anytime that you can beat all these guys at a 100,000 win race, you feel like you accomplished something for sure. You know, these guys all work really hard. Todd and all of our partners on here spend a lot of money to get us up and down the road to just, you know, do them guys proud and you know, make sure they're getting a bang for their buck is what my job's all about, and that's what hopefully we can continue to do. So, you know, like I said, any time that we can win that kind of money and, you know, help us, you know, get more stuff that we need, it definitely helps. I just focus on winning tonight, you know, just like everybody else. You know, you're only as good as your last race. So right now we're on top, but we could be, you know, 20th here after tonight. Hopefully not, but we're going to go out and give it our best shot and see what we can do.
Ryan Gustin, a man of very few words, but the expressions and the emotions said it all after picking up that $100,000 payday back at Cedar Lake just a few weeks ago. But he's not the only driver who's picked up a crown jewel, because the past 3 weekends have all been crown jewels in the dirt late model racing community. So let's take a quick second to look at those drivers and how they're going to stack up here this weekend. Flashing back to Fairbury Speedway with Brian Shirley. He picked up that win. He also sits 7th overall in the World of Outlaw standings right now. That was his second ever crown jewel win and his first Outlaw win of the 2025 season, but he also has 10 top 5s and 14 top 10s. Then the following weekend, Ryan Gustin picked up the USA Nationals win, but it was his 4th Outlaw win of the season. 13 top 5s and 21 top 10s, and also sits 3rd overall in the current standings, closing that gap on second place running right now of Nick Hoffman, only 126 points back of Bobby Pierce. Bobby Pierce leads that points championship right now, but he's also your 3rd crown jewel winner in the past 3 weeks. Last weekend, winning the North-South 100 championship, and it was his. He has 7 Outlaw wins on the season, 18 top 5s, 24 top 10s, and sits overall in that point standings. But what do these 3 drivers also have in common besides just picking up big paydays in the last 3 weeks? They are all from this area. Both Brian Shirley and Bobby Pierce being from Illinois, and then the Reaper Ryan Gustin being from Iowa. They all know these racetracks very well. But the Outlaws are going to have some stiff competition, because every single time we roll up through this Illinois-Iowa area, the locals show up and they show out. Just a few names to drop here. Shannon Babb in the pit area, Jason Fager in the pit area, Miles Moose, Brandon Shepard, among others, but one I really wanted to touch on, and probably a fan favorite here at Highland Speedway, and that's Mike Harrison, pulling double duty here tonight in a modified and a late model, and it's kind of been a back and forth battle with him, but let's take a look at some of his statistics here at Highland Speedway. He has 1 late model win in the 2025 season, and they did not make it easy for him at all, because he started 8th in his heat race, made his way up to 2nd, and then ended up capitalizing on that to get the win, and has 2 wins in 2024 in the late model division here at Highland Speedway. But outside of that, also very well known in the modified, 6 Summit Modified National Championships. And guys, listen to this. His average finish here at Highland Speedway between all of his late model starts and his modified starts, 3.59. He knows this racetrack like the back of his hand. Being from right here in Highland, Illinois, he's going to be one to watch. We caught up with him earlier on about what's his strategy going tonight and how huge it would be for him to pick up a win here with the Outlaws.
You got to start out by being good in hot laps and qualify good and start in the front of the heat races, and hope you can just stay there all night long to start in the front of the feature and just stay up in that, you know, that clean air and race with the front cars and be there at the end. That's what it's all about. It's really hard these days in the late models to, and I know it's done, you know, Bobby makes everybody look like fools all the time, starting mid-pack or something, just drive by everybody, but it's hard nowadays to do that stuff. You know, especially for me, just not being in it, you know, consistently week after week after week. You know, we just run on a limited schedule, and you know, that's really all I want to do. I mean, hell, I ain't even had my mod out but a handful of times this year, so I've only been here once or twice this whole year with my mod, so I just figured I really needed to bring it just for sponsors, and you know, there's going to be so many fans here. I mean, I really need to have it here, so we busted Bud Sunday and Monday to get it ready, and yeah, we got them both here.
I think if Mike Harrison was able to pull off the win here tonight, every single fan in the stands would be up on their feet cheering, and we would love to see it. And keep in mind, Mike Harrison also coming off a very strong run with the Outlaws just a few months ago back at I-55 Speedway at Peevely, where he came home with a 2nd place run, finishing 2nd to Drake Troutman. But not only that, breaking news here, guys, not only does he have that strong Outlaw run just a few months ago, he is one of 2 drivers in the pit area debuting a new race car here tonight. Him and Dennis Serve Jr. officially made the switch to XR2 starting here tonight. Now, me and Ruben have been talking about the new XR2 chassis on the broadcast a lot and just how well it's been doing. Keep in mind, Dan Ebert, a rookie this year in the super late model ranks as far as the national scene, came home with a 6th place run at Cedar Lake Speedway just a few weeks ago with that new chassis. We've also seen Brandon Shepard with a complete turnaround in his season in this new chassis. Well, Dennis Serve Jr. been running so strong as of recently. Now adding that into the mix, he is going to be a dangerous Spears package here to watch, as well as Mike Harrison here at Highland Speedway. Always one to watch. He knows this racetrack like the back of his hand, but that brand new race car is going to be huge for them. We caught up with Dennis Brandon Shepard, who kind of the pioneer for the XR2 running the Rocket 1 house car over the National Touring Series is here. We caught up with him and Mike Harrison earlier on about how they're feeling about the XR2 chassis.
As soon as we broke out the XR2, it just kind of everything fell into place and the whole package just worked. It's just got a really good feel to it and good balance, and it seems to be a little easier to hit the setup right. But like I said, I think the XR 1.2s are still good. It's just the XR2 is just the next step up. You know, it's just that much better. And Mark and the guys at Rocket and all them guys are always trying to improve and make their product better, and they definitely did that with the XR2.
Well, I feel real confident on it. You know, it's just some little different changes, and you know, we've been running well and just trying to make an improvement and get a little better. You know, it's like I said, we're just finding little changes to go along the way, and you know, this is the next step, and you know, I think we'll be heading in the right direction.
In this, don't know. Just hopefully it's as good as it can be, and we can have a good showing. I really don't know what to expect. It's just we really wanted to have it done for Friday or Saturday and race it at Brownstown, Illinois, Saturday night, but it just didn't work out that way. So, yeah, so here we are, just to, as one of my buddies says, well, you're just going to get thrown right out with the wolves right off the bat. I said, yep, I sure am.
Very interesting heading into tonight, so keep your eye on both of those drivers as they tackle that new challenge of the XR2. But according to Brandon Shepard, it should be a pretty easy transition, and those are going to be two drivers here tonight to watch. But before we kick off racing action, final moments of track prep happening right behind me. Let's take a quick second to look at the order of events. Kicking off the night is the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Models with their hot lap session, followed directly by their qualifying session, 2 cars at a time, 2 laps apiece. Then the modifieds will hit the racetrack for their hot lap qualifying session before we take a quick break from on-track action for opening ceremonies. We'll then move into the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Model heat races, 8 laps apiece. 4 of them, top 2, will go to the redraw later on tonight. Then the modified heat races will take place before that ever-important redraw will happen on the front stretch. Then it's time for Land of Pressure Washer last chance showdowns for the late models and last chance modified showdown if needed before it is feature racing action time. Kicking off the night with the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Model feature, 40 laps and the Beat the Heat 40 before the modifieds close out the night. Like I said, my name is Ashton Smythe, and I'll have you covered with everything happening on the grounds here today. But Ruben Morales up in the booth, great view up there. I'm excited to go back bull ring racing. I'm excited to see how these 2 new drivers do in these new chassis. So many storylines to look into here going tonight, Ruben. I'm super excited.
Yeah, good evening to you, Ashton. Super exciting stuff. Great job in the pre-race. A lot of points covered and a lot of good points covered. And let's be honest, Ashton, all dirt roads lead to Charlotte. It's the final stretch. The crown jewels in the rearview mirror. The Outlaws, the hottest drivers in dirt late model racing right now, sweeping the crown jewels the past 3 weeks. The World of Outlaw guys, Shirley winning the PDC, Gustin winning the USA Nationals, Pierce winning the North-South 100. 17 races to go with the World of Outlaws here in 2025, and we have a battle for the championship. Of course, Pierce leads it by 74 points, mathematically 37 positions, not including the 4-point increment between first and second, and then only 52 points back for second, which is a $50,000 difference in the point standings, is Ryan Gustin to Nick Hoffman. So the top 3 within striking distance of each other. If Gustin continues to run the way he's doing, he's going to be a championship contender all the way to the end. Hoffman's going to be really good. And, of course, a lot of great battles throughout the field. Dennis Erb Jr. only 6 points back of Drake Troutman for 5th. That's a battle we're going to look at tonight because that's only 3 positions, not including the 4-point gap from first to second here tonight. So a lot of things to look at. It's nitty-gritty time for the Outlaws. Highland, Illinois, second ever visit for the series. A year ago, Brian Shirley took victory here at the Beat the Heat 40 with the World of Outlaws. Bobby Pierce second, and of course she touched on Jason Fager, 4-time Hell Tour feature winner here at Highland Speedway for the 25 at Jason Fager. Fager fresh off that Hell Tour victory. Let's not forget he was running 5th in the Prairie Dirt Classic feature until mechanical issues sidelined him. He'll be one to watch here tonight. Other locals, of course, Chad Zobrist. Remember the Zobrist really good here, won that Hell Tour race just back in 2018. A lot of good locals here. Shannon Babb, as you mentioned as well. It's going to be a great night of action. 31 entries entered here tonight. We'll have Group A qualifying 16 cars, Group B qualifying 15 cars. That'll set the lineup for 4 heat races here tonight. We'll have one last chance showdown tonight, a 40-lap, $12,000 to win feature on a Wednesday night. New track record set this year. Shannon Babb back on May 17th, a 12.429. Cars getting ready to roll onto the speedway here at Highland. Leading them out, the number 26M out of Lincoln, Illinois. That's going to be Miles Moose. Made his first World of Outlaws start last year at Farmer City Raceway. Got 17th, Miles Moose, and that Brent McKinnon racing number 26M. Right behind him out of Watertown, New York, 2006 World of Outlaws champion, 9th on the all-time wins list, T-Mac Tim McCready with 37 career World of Outlaw victories. Joining us tonight at Hanover, Pennsylvania, in the 93, Corey Lawler, trying to make his first World of Outlaw start. The second-generation driver. The number 18, Jimmy Miller, from here in Highland, Illinois. One World of Outlaw start, came at Jacksonville Speedway in 2022, got 23rd. He's now in his 11th year behind the wheel of a super late model. The other 18, Shannon Babb, tied for 17th on the all-time wins list with the Outlaws at 13 career World of Outlaw victories. In his sophomore year with the Outlaws out of Richmond, Indiana, that's tricky Tristan Chamberlain. Going to make his 56th Outlaw start tonight. Best finished 3rd at Rocket Raceway a year ago. In the number 4, that is going to be Jordan Surrey. Jordan Surrey and Jason are racing tonight. Jordan is in the black 4 car. Jordan out of Hamel, Illinois. One World of Outlaw start a year ago here at the Beat the Heat 40. Finished 18th. Right behind him, the number 5, J, Dan Jacober from right here in Highland, Illinois, in his 21st season of racing super late models on and off, trying to make his first World of Outlaw start here tonight. Those are all the drivers around Highland Speedway getting ready to tickle the throttle here in hot lap session number 1. Great crowd on hand already here in Highland, Illinois. Tomorrow night, Spoon River Speedway in Canton, Illinois. And then Friday, Saturday, we'll go visit our good friend Jeff Hoker and his wife Penny Hoker and Ricky Kai, the whole gang at Maquoketa Speedway. Friday, Saturday doubleheader. If you don't have weekend plans, come join us at Maquoketa Speedway. Next weekend, the World of Outlaws head to the Sooner State. We will get ready for a double header at the Arrowhead Speedway Friday, Saturday, August 22nd, 23rd. And get ready to go back to the Peach State of Georgia. Needmore, Sanoa, coming down to the final portion of the season. Will be right down the road here, Tri-City, Illinois. Come join us September 26th, 27th. Go to Kansas, Humboldt 81. Boot Hill for 50,000 doubleheader in October, and it is all down to Charlotte. That's all that's left. And we have great battles throughout the whole field. It's a great time to be a fan of the World of Outlaws and a great time to be a driver, a team. A lot of money on the line. Top 5 automatic 6-figure paydays. That doesn't include the winner circle bonus money. A lot of battles everywhere. Caution lights are out. We get ready for hot lap session number 1. Gorsuch Performance green flag is out. $100 for the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap. Cade Diller took the big check at Cedar Lake. See if they have the sticker tonight. Right now it's Shannon Babb, 13.404 for the Moweaqua Missile. Tim McCready second, quick. Jimmy Miller third. Tristan Chamberlain fourth. Miles Moose in fifth. Shannon Babb has the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, but he does not have the decal on the car. So if he stays with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, Shannon Babb will not be receiving the $100 here tonight for not having the decal, but we'll see. Still plenty of cars to hot lap here at Highland. McCready second. Tristan Chamberlain third, Jimmy Miller fourth, Miles Musen fifth. 12.429 is a track record. We are a second off that right now. Shannon Babb 13.404. Next group going to be led out by MD3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Bakersfield, California, the 74X Ethan Dotson. Picked up his first career World of Outlaws victory at Farmer City Raceway earlier this year. Right behind him out of Benton, Kentucky, the Coltman Farms Racing number 96, Tanner English, three-time World of Outlaws feature winner. A driver that needs no introduction here at Highland Speedway, one of the best to do it. He won the Hell Tour race this year. That was his fourth win with the Hell Tour at Highland out of Bloomington, Illinois. The two-time and reigning Hell Tour champion, the high-side hustler, Jason Fager. Fager looking for his third Outlaw feature win. He's won two of the last three, coming off his richest win of his career out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the 19R, the Reaper, Ryan Gustin in the Cooney Motorsports 19R, currently third in the World of Outlaws point standings. Right behind him, the current World of Outlaws point leader out of Oakwood, Illinois, that is the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, 38 times. He's been in victory lane with the series, tied for 7th on the all-time wins list with Rick Eckert. Right behind him, out of Mulberry Grove, Illinois, the T4, that's going to be Adam Tischhauser, trying to make his first World of Outlaws late model start here tonight. Out of Highland, Illinois, the number 78, Chad Zobrist, one World of Outlaws start, came a year ago, finished 17th with the Outlaws. He's now in his 29th year of super late model racing, multi-time Highland Speedway track champion. Your current MD3 World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year point leader out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania, the Team 22 Incorporated 22-star Drake Troutman. We get ready for Hot Lap session number 2. Tanner English now with a Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap atop of the charts, 13.326 for Tanner English. He's been really good as a late. Can Tanner finally end the drought and pick up his 4th career World of Outlaws victory, a track he's no stranger to. Of course, Benton, Kentucky, he cut his teeth here in this Illinois area as well. Tanner English with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, and Tanner does not have the sticker. Shannon Babb, 2nd quick. Drake Troutman, 3rd. Jason Fager, 4th. Bobby Pierce, 5th quick. Ethan Dotson, 6th. Tim McCready, 7th. Chad Zobrist, 8th. Adam Tischhauser, 9th. And Ryan Gustin in the top 10. Next group getting ready to roll onto the speedway, going to be led out by the 27 out of Benton, Illinois. That's Rodney Melvin. 3 World of Outlaw starts for Rodney Melvin. Best finish 12th at Tri-State Speedway back in 2005. Right behind him, out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the 5-time Cedar Lake Speedway track champion. Out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the B1, Brent Larson. Driving the Tony Wolf-owned number 16, Matt Bailey tonight behind the wheel. Out of Highland, Illinois, 1 World of Outlaw start, came a year ago, finished 19th. Right behind him in his sophomore year with a World of Outlaws in the number 2 out of Thompson, Georgia, that is going to be Cody Overton. 64 World of Outlaw starts, best career finish 3rd at Volusia this year. In his sophomore season, last year's MD3 Rookie of the Year champion Dustin Sorensen, 70 World of Outlaw starts, best finish 2nd at Brownstown Speedway last year. Debuting that brand new Rocket XR2 that Ashton broke the news on at Carpentersville, Illinois. They left Rocket chassis last night at 7 p.m. That is the 2022 World of Outlaws champion Dennis Erb Jr., 14-time World of Outlaws feature winner. Also on the speedway, the number 10 J, Jordan Bauer, joining us at St. Jacob, Illinois. 3 World of Outlaw starts, best finish 14th at Tri-City back in 2022. And the 9, Nick Hoffman at Mooresville, North Carolina, final driver on the speedway. Currently 2nd in the World of Outlaws point standings, only 74 points back of the 32 of Bobby Pierce for the World of Outlaws championship point lead, but the current point leader in the Coltman Farms Racing Cup. Gorsuch Performance green flag is out. Brand new Rocket XR2. They haven't even tested it. Dennis Erb Jr. There you see it on DIRTVision. Talked to Heather. We heard from Dennis on the pre-race. He felt confident. They've been really good as of late in that 28. Before Cedar Lake, 3 thirds in a row, an 8th, a 3rd, 7th, 10th, 3rd, 2nd, going all the way back to River Cities. For Dennis Erb Jr. has really been putting up some good results. And Tanner English stays with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, but it's that driver right there on your screen that is the fastest out of this group, who is second quick at a 13.345. Final hot lap session before we get ready for qualifying. Coming up, leading them out, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender at Winona, Minnesota, the 49, Jake Tim. 47, World of Outlaw starts, best finish 5th at Norman County earlier this year in his 6th year behind the wheel of a super late model. Right behind him, the 5-time World of Outlaws champion out of New Berlin, Illinois, that is Rocket Shep, Brandon Shepard. Right behind him in the 10 out of Trenton, Illinois, that's going to be Darren Klein. In his 13th year of super late model racing, 5 World of Outlaw starts, best finish a year ago, 7th here at Highland. Right behind him, good to see him back in World of Outlaws competition, the Marine Madman, Mark Voigt out of Marine, Illinois. 4 World of Outlaw starts, best finish 10th at the Illinois State Fairgrounds back in 2005. Also debuting a brand new Rocket XR2 at a Highland, Illinois, the local favorite needs no introduction. That is Mike Harrison. 4 World of Outlaw late model starts, best finish 2nd at Peevely earlier this season for the 6th-time Dirt Car Modified National Champion. And the 4, Jordan Surrey. Final driver, Brian Shirley in the 3S out there, fresh off that Prairie Dirt Classic, richest career win, $88,500. And then the 4 of Jason Surrey in the white 4 here. Jason Surrey, of course, the older brother of Jordan. Jason, 35 years old. Jordan, 30 years old. Both brothers out here racing now. They purchased another car. They usually shared the other car. And they said, you know what, thankfully we have the resources, and they got another car. Good to see both brothers racing together out here tonight. Probably one of the first times we've got to see that. Checkered Flag Gazelle, we have an update. Tanner English does have the sticker, as he still has the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap. Rodney Melvin 2nd, Shannon Babb 3rd, Darren Klein 4, Brent Larson 5th, Dennis Erb Jr. 6th, Brian Shirley 7th, Dustin Sorensen 8th, Drake Troutman 9th, and Jason Fager 10th. Tanner English with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap here this evening. Officials double checking in the pit area, and Tanner English does have the Dirt King Simulator sticker, so he will get an extra $100 courtesy of Dirt King Simulators here this evening for having the Dirt King Simulators fastest hot lap. Make sure to visit our friends at Dirt King Simulators down there on the concourse. Take a couple laps around the Dirt King Simulator, and you can walk away with some prizes here tonight. For everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, we're going to step aside for a real quick set of commercial breaks. When we come back, we'll get ready for qualifying here at Highland.
Fast One Speed Shop is your destination for the parts you desire. If you've ever craved dealer-type pricing on most major brands without hefty buy-ins, now's your opportunity. Whether you're into circle track, drag, street, repair shops, hot rods, or more, we've got you covered for just $99.99 a month. The Fast One Parts VIP Club is unmatched, so start saving hundreds or thousands by joining the VIP Club today. Visit us online at fast1speedshop.com or fast1parts.com.
MD3, the most advanced body panels on the market. Aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. MD3, the #1 body choice for top dirt racers.
At Pit Boss Jack's, we put in the work in the shop so you can put in your work at the track. Engineering, speed, durability. Pit Boss Jack's, like a boss.
It's ARP Fasteners for whatever you race. From 2 wheels to 4. Off-road, on-road, even water. From the flat track to the salt flats. Grassroots racers, weekend warriors, and pros alike trust ARP. Made in America quality, family owned and operated. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com. No matter what you race.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt. World of Outlaw late model drivers back in the pit area, hot laps and qualifying back-to-back here tonight on a Wednesday night. If you have friends and family that couldn't be here tonight, race fans, tell them to go to DIRTVision.com, get that fast pass and watch every lap live. For everyone tuning in on the free Facebook Live right now or YouTube, make sure to hit that like and share button and spread the word and watch Wednesday night action of the most powerful late models on the planet. As we mentioned earlier, this is not the last time we'll be in this area. Of course, Spoon River Speedway tomorrow. And then we'll be at Tri-City Speedway. Mark your calendars, September 27th and 26th. 26th and 27th, Friday, Saturday, doubleheader final visit to the Land of Lincoln in the 2025 season. Mark your calendars. Hope to see you Tri-City Speedway, Friday, Saturday, September 26th and 27th. The calendar has officially hit August. You have to the end of the month. Visit World of Outlaws WorldFinals.com for your tickets to the World of Outlaws World Finals at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina, America's home for racing, to get a free fan pit pass. If you purchase your tickets again at World of Outlaws WorldFinals.com before the end of August, you get a free fan pit pass. I say it all the time, but the free pit pass at the World Finals is the best pit pass in all of dirt racing you can get, because you have the Premier Sprint Car Series, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, the Premier Late Model Series, the World of Outlaws, and of course the Super Dirt Car Series there as well. All the best drivers there, and you get them all with that pit pass. And again, that pit pass is free when you buy your tickets at World of Outlaws WorldFinals.com before the end of August. Hope to see you at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway for a fantastic weekend of racing. 4 nights at Charlotte, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hope to see you there, all beginning Wednesday, November 5th through the 8th. If you're here in the grounds, don't forget we have the official event t-shirts of the World of Outlaws Beat the Heat 40, presented by Bello Cooling and Heating. Thank you to Bello Heating and Cooling, of course, for supporting this event, being so generous, and of course sponsoring this event. If you ever need cooling or heating needs, consider our friends at Bello. I know they have a big presence here tonight at Highland Speedway. Another good crowd on hand, but head on down to the World of Outlaws souvenir trailer and grab your official event t-shirts down there. Only available here for everyone watching on DIRTVision. Those aren't available online. These are at the track only event t-shirts for Highland and Spoon. And of course, the Hawkeye 100 shirts will be online for this weekend's action at the Hawkeye 100. If you can't get merchandise today, always visit online. Don't wait in line. Go to the greatest store on dirt.com. 16 drivers getting ready to qualify here in just a few moments in Group A. If it's your first World of Outlaws show, we line heat races up based off qualifying. So we'll split the field into 2 groups. Group A, B from random draw in registration earlier today. 31 drivers. We split them in half. 16 cars in Group A. Fastest driver on the pole of the opening heat of the night. Second fastest on the pole of heat race number 2. Third and fourth field to the outside, etc., etc. Same thing for Real American Beer late model qualifying Group B. That'll set the lineups for heats 3 and 4 tonight. We'll have 1 last chance showdown tonight. Not 2 last chance showdowns, just 1 last chance showdown, taking the top 6 directly into the feature. We'll take the 4 out of each single heat race, and then we will give provisionals and emergencies if needed, and that'll be our starting field for 40 laps, $12,000 to win here tonight at Highland. Scraping the wall in turn number 2. As soon as we get officials cleared off the speedway, we will commence qualifying in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. Bring out the first 2 cars. As mentioned, new track record set back on May, 12.429, set by Shannon Babb. We commence Group A, first driver out there, joining us out of Highland, Illinois. Into Kryptonite, Claude Walker Powered, Shooty, Signature Beef and Seed, Stein, Larry's Tire and Battery, Brown & Brown Attorneys at Law, Edwardsville, Title and Escrow. Numbers 18, that is going to be Jimmy Miller. And the number 26M out of Lincoln, Illinois, that's going to be Miles Moose. And the Rocket Dargy, Brent McKinnon Racing, Midwest Farm and Land Company, Ellinger Crane Service, Poplar Place, Stealth Carburetors, A&J Motorsports, Robin D Enterprise, Shep Speed Shop, Kaiser Houseman Supply, number 26M, Miles Moose. Opening lap for Jimmy Miller, 14.027. Moose will cross the line faster, 13.590 for Miles Moose. Jimmy Miller around in turn number 4. That'll throw away lap number 2. Moosey faster on lap number 2, that time 13.580. 13.580 for Miles Moose. He will set the bar here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. Jimmy Miller spinning in turn 4. That will throw away lap number 2. He will go with lap 1, second quick, 14.027. Up next at Hanover, Pennsylvania, and the Longhorn Pro Power, Ponchos Racing Products, Sunoco Race Fuels, Dryden, PPC Lubricants, Creekside Auto Sales, All About Wraps, All-Star Performance, number 93, Corey Lawler. Joining us from right here in Highland, Illinois, in the Rocket XR1, Baser Powered, St. Louis, Carpenters Union, Jacober Automotive, Flangers Bar and Grill, and O'Reilly Auto Parts sponsor, number 5J, Dan Jacober. Time to beat, Miles Moose, 13.580. Corey Lawler, second quick, 13.669 for Corey Lawler. Opening lap for Jacober in the 5. He will go fourth quick, 14.461. Final lap here for Corey Lawler. Good to see Corey Lawler here, of course, on the Lucas Oil Series. And Lawler faster, second quick, 13.630 for Lawler. He will improve on lap 2, stay second quick. Jacober will not improve. He'll keep lap 1, 14.461. Second lap slower, 14.787. Miles Moose with the time to beat at a 13.580. Next qualifier joins us from Hamel, Illinois. And the MB Custom Mullins Powered, Light Bright Distributing, Wood and Nickel, Sparlin Plumbing, Emick Plumbing, Surrey Excavating, Surrey Farms, Krieger Farms, Factory CS, Randy Cordy Consulting, R2 Ice and Big Cells. Number 4, Jordan Surrey. In the number 9 at Watertown, New York. The Longhorn Clements, Dave Warren Power Sports, Briggs Transport, Corey Rubber Corporation, Exis Storage, Sherlock Ventures, Flawless Roofing, and Trans 58. Number 9, T-Mac Tim McCready. Surrey will cross the line. He's going to go third quick, 13.886 for Jordan Surrey. And McCready up and over the cushion in turn number 4. And that'll bring out the Dave Warren Power Sports caution. He will get 1 lap since he never completed 1. So lap 1 will go away. He'll have his second lap. Surrey crossed the line. Since the caution came out, Jordan will get 1 more lap as well. Let off there before coming to the line as the Dave Warren Power Sports caution came out. So both drivers will get 1 lap, but Tim McCready only gets 1. That counts. Jordan's first lap was a 13.886, put him third quick. Jordan Surrey will cross the line. To the top of the charts goes Jordan Surrey, 13.377. Tim McCready will cross the line, and fourth quick for T-Mac, 13.652. But how about Jordan Surrey to the top of the charts, 13.377 for Jordan Surrey in his 4th year behind the wheel of Super Late Model, last year's Highland Speedway Late Model track champion. On to the Speedway next. At Richmond, Indiana, the Infinity Spec-Powered Gibson Racing, Vision Woodworks, KEG Sword Nozzles, DCE Fabrication, Pardo's Towing Service, Burt Transmission, FK Rollins, VP Racing Fuels, number 20 TC, Tricky Tristan Chamberlain. Out of Moweaqua, Illinois, in the Longhorn Vic Hill, Dinah Grossi, Petroff Towing, CJI Piping and Fabrication, Donnelly Trucking, Douglas Dodge Ram, Getty Lawn Care and Landscaping, VP Racing Fuels, and Keebler Ultra Oil. Number 18, the Moweaqua Missile, Shannon Babb. Opening lap for Tristan Chamberlain. He'll cross the line. 5th quick, 14.008. As he works the top, Shannon Babb works the bottom. Babb to the top of the charts goes Shannon Babb. Quick time, 13.362. Chamberlain gets bumped down to 6th quick, and he will improve but stay 6th, 13.817. And Shannon Babb faster! Shannon Babb, 13.233 for Shannon Babb, 13.233. New quick time in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. A pair of Outlaws up next. Your current World of Outlaws point leader out of Oakwood, Illinois, and the Longhorn Vic Hill, Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Collin Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Waste Services, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Carnegie Towing and Auto Repair, Fast One Speed Shop, Toyota, Danville, Protodyne, Bilstein, Ted Browns, and Burt Transmission by Buddha. Number 32, Bobby Pierce. Out of Marshalltown, Iowa, in the Infinity, J. Dickens, Cooney Motorsports, Hoker Trucking, Allen Seamless Gutters, Carl Chevrolet, Fertilizer Equipment Specialist, Custom Fabricating and Repair, Jody's Collision Repair, VP, Mel Hambleton Ford and Tire Demon by Tim Love, 19R Ryan Gustin. Bobby Pierce to the top of the charts, 13.114. Gustin on his opening lap. He'll go, 9th quick for Gustin. He has work to do on lap 2. Bobby Pierce will cross the line slower, but it doesn't matter. Opening lap, quickest, 13.114. The Reaper on his final lap. Gustin faster, but man, he has work to do. 9th quick for Gustin, 14.156, but new quick time, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, 13.114. Shannon Babb 2nd, Jordan Surrey 3rd, Miles Moose 4th. Currently the drivers in the front row of the opening 2 heats. Up next at Heinemann, Pennsylvania, the Longhorn Cornet, Team 22 Incorporated, Victory Circle Auto Sales, Gambler Transport, Brickhouse Tavern, Mesilla Valley Transportation, RFI Resources, Jerry Siding and Roofing, Schaefer Construction, Shoes, Diesel Performance, 22-star Drake Troutman. Out of Bloomington, Illinois, in the Longhorn Clements, Titan Industries, SC Online Sales, Digital Copy Systems, Hoker Trucking, VP Racing Fuels, Rosser Battery, Cheap Cars, and Russ Ellinger Crane Services. Number 25, Jason Fager. Drake Troutman, 3rd quick, 13.275. 13.275 for Troutman. Here comes Jason Fager, 5th quick for Fager, 13.467. Troutman will not improve that time, 13.449. He'll go with his opening lap, 3rd quick, 13.275. And Jason Fager, 2nd quick, 13.205 for the reigning Dirt Car Summer Nationals champion and 4-time Hell Tour feature winner right here at Highland, Jason Fager, 2nd quick. If he stays 2nd, that'll give him the pole position in heat race number 2. It's Pierce, Fager, Babb, Troutman, the top 4. Up next, out of Bakersfield, California, in the Longhorn Clements, ASD Motorsports, Jarrett Rifles, Ozio Gear, BK Grading and Paving, Penske, Boswell Oil, Turco Racing Oils, American Racing Wheel, H&A Development, number 74X, Ethan Dotson. Out of Benton, Kentucky, in the Coltman Farms Racing, Longhorn Clements, MPM Marketing, Bilstein, VP Racing Fuel, C Motorsports, Supreme Enterprises, Custom Automotive, Autism Awareness, Rock Bottom Dirt Works, and Oasis Hair and Natural Hair Salon, number 96, Tanner English. Opening lap for Dotson, 5th quick, 13.309. Tanner English will go 6th quick, 13.325. Dotson 5th, English 6th. Dotson will not improve, that time 13.596, 2/10 slower, almost 3/10 slower. Tanner improves, and he will go 4th quick at a 13.267, so a great qualifying lap by Tanner English, 4th quick. Ethan Dotson, 6th quick. Bobby Pierce still with the time to beat here in Group A at a 13.114. Final 2 qualifiers in Group A at a Highland, Illinois, and the Rocket XR1 Dargy powered. Sawyer Plumbing, Rheinecker Farms, RKR Appraisals, Cool Creek Resort, Tempco Heating and Cooling, Dillo Flooring, Broken W Farms, Be Wet, Be Dry, Render Farms, number 78, Chad Zobrist. Adam Tischhauser was supposed to come out as well in the T4, and there he is. Looks like no show for Chad Zobrist. And Tischhauser on the Speedway to Mulberry Grove, Illinois, in the Zeus Pro Power T4, 8th quick, 13.508 in that TNT. RV and Generator Services, Kripe Farms, Krugel Farms, Mike Mataragas Enterprises, Integra, Every Last Detail, Lika Tree Service, and Tish Farms T4, and he will not improve on lap 2, that time 13.532. Tish Hauser, 8th quick, and a no-show from Chad Zobrist.
He's here.
He is? Oh. And scratch that, here he comes. Tardy to the party, but he makes it out of Highland, Illinois, in the Rocket XR1 Dargy powered. Reinecker Farms, RKR Appraisals, number 78, Chad Zobrist, multi-time Highland Speedway track champion in his 29th year of super late model competition. Zobrist, of course, a lot of laps around Highland here in the 78. Good to have him here tonight. Made his first World of Outlaws start a year ago, got 17th. 8th quick for Chad Zobrist, 13.380, 13.380, 8th quick for Chad Zobrist. Checkered flag in the air for the final qualifier in Real American Beer. Late model qualifying Group A. Zobrist will cross the line, and that time slower, 13.483, but a good opening lap puts him 8th quick. That'll give him the 4th starting spot in heat race number 2. Bobby Pierce atop of the charts in the 32 with Jason Fager in the 25, and Shannon Babb and Tanner English the top 4. Ashton Smythe standing alongside the 32 of Bobby Pierce.
Yeah, Bobby Pierce just set quick time over the scales and Droop Trek as well. Already starting the day off well, qualified good. How important is this for you to set the rest of your night up a little bit easier now to know that you're starting good in a heat race?
Yeah, for sure. Last year here we didn't qualify that well, and really wanted to turn that around this year. This is a track that I didn't grow up racing on a lot, but came here quite a bit with Summer Nationals and raced a crate late model back here when I was growing up a little bit. So I feel like I should have the hang on the place, but the dirt now is a little different. It's kind of hard to get the hang of the track when you go way up top, but yeah, just can't thank the guys enough. My dad, we got a little better setup this year, I think, so just start and pull here is key. You can kind of fit this racetrack inside the pond at Cedar Lake, so hopefully the rest of our night goes good. Thank all these fans for coming out watching. Hopefully have a good night.
Bobby Pierce set quick time in group number A. He just said it. A very small racetrack here, Ruben, but keep in mind he finished 2nd here last year. We'll see if he can top that here tonight.
Yeah, and he won the Hell Tour race here back in 2017, so Pierce has found victory lane here, but not one of his forte tracks, so to say, for the 32. But as you mentioned, 2nd a year ago in the 32 here in the Beat the Heat 40 presented by Bellow Cooling and Heating. So Pierce and Babb on the front row of Heat 1, Jason Fager, Tanner English on the front row of Heat Race number 2. Now we get ready for Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. 15 cars. This will set the lineups for Heats 3 and 4. '32 clears the racetrack. Officials need to attend to something in the pit area real quick. Joining me up in the booth, the voice of Highland Speedway, Doug Jenkins. Doug, good to be back in your sandbox, my friend.
It is a pleasure to have you back as well. Can't wait to see what this night holds. 2nd annual. Looking forward to a great night of racing.
How about this crowd? These fans so passionate. You're a local here. It's just awesome to see the crowd that we have here. Again, 2nd year in a row. Tell Kayla a break then. Race fans, for everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, a medical emergency in the pit area will step aside and be right back.
At Kaiser Manufacturing, our commitment to engineering and developing new products is reflected in the wide range of fabricated items we produce for the manufacturing and retail industries. From simple to complex fabrication, we can do that. We have a full team of engineers ready to take your concept from prototype to full production. Call us for a quote today to see your next idea brought to life. Kaiser Manufacturing, proud to be Michigan made.
DIRTVision would like to thank our friends at Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts for helping us get from track to track.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision. Coverage from Highland Speedway from the World of Outlaws. Beat the Heat 40, presented by Bellow Cooling and Heating. Real American Beer late model qualifying Group A in the books. Bobby Pierce, Shannon Babb on the front row of the opening heat. Jason Fager, Tanner English on the front row, heat race number 2. Everything situated in the pit area, getting ready to roll cars here in Real American Beer late model qualifying Group B.
Ruben, as I look around the grandstands, a really good crowd here tonight. I see a lot of former racers, a lot of current racers here. This is the ticket to have in Highland right now. And I understand that ticket sales went very well this year. So thank you to everybody who got them early.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, pre-sale was good. And, of course, thank you to Kurt Vonderhaar and everyone here for having us back. The World of Outlaws, you know, Doug on the Hell Tour, this is one of my favorite stops, and I'm so happy that we get to come here with the World of Outlaws.
Exactly, and I can't wait for year number 3, but let's get year number 2 in the books first.
Fans may have paid for the seat, but they're only going to use the edge tonight. So we get ready for Group B. Onto the Speedway first out of Benton, Illinois. In the Longhorn Clements, Melvin Motorsports, Rick's Towing, KBC Graphics, Thomas & Express, Ace Hardware number 27. That is Rodney Melvin. Out there with them out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, in the Longhorn Vic Hill, Land of Pressure Washers, BA Roofing, Fuel Factory, Hanco Corporation, T-Pec, The Real Cafe sponsored, B1, Brent Larson. Rodney Melvin getting ready for his opening lap in the 27, and Melvin will kick it off 13.480. 13.480. Brent Larson will cross the line second quick, 13.642. 13.642 for Brent Larson. Rodney Melvin in the 27 will go slower, 13.654 in his second lap. First lap better, 13.480. And Brent Larson will cross the line slower as well, 13.923. Both drivers keep their opening lap. Larson second quick, and Rodney Melvin will kick it off at a 13.480 here in Group B. A pair of Outlaws coming at you up next at Carpentersville, Illinois, in that brand new Rocket XR2. Clements Powered, McBride Mac, Vomac Truck Sales, 5-Star Race Car Bodies, Fox Shocks, Kaiser Manufacturing, VP Racing Fuels, PRC, Dundee Heating and Air Conditioning, Colin Signs, Tools, Auto Sales and Detailing, number 28, Dennis Erb Jr. Out there with them, under Mooresville, North Carolina, in the Longhorn Clements, Ty Torque Racing, NOS, Energy Drink, Lone Wolf Petroleum, C&W Trucking, Petrov Towing, Holdren Construction, Bill Stein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Ty Torque Performance Parts, number 9, Nick Hoffman. Dennis Erb Jr., first night ever in that Rocket XR2 in the 28. He will cross the line, and Dennis Erb is going to go to the top of the charts. 13.369 for Dennis Erb. Nick Hoffman will go third quick. 13.562 for Hoffman. Dennis Erb Jr. working the bottom. And Dennis will go faster. 13.321 for Dennis Erb, and Nick Hoffman will not improve. 13.658 on his second lap, first lap better. 13.562, Hoffman third, but Dennis Erb Jr. goes to the top in Real American Group B. 13.321. Joining us next out of St. Jacob, Illinois, the Longhorn Clements Brian Thompson Roofing, Porter's Auto Body, Certainty, St. Gobain CRS Building Products, K&J Design, Tough Paw Racing Products, and Carbon Composites, number 10J Jordan Bauer. And the 2 out of Thompson, Georgia, the Steiny Motorsports, Longhorn Vic Hill, Richard David Legacy Motorsport, Shaw Trucking, Budweiser, Morley, Treble Electric, VP Racing Fuels by Boswell Oil, Supply Chain Management, Buffalo Bar and Grill, Convenient Lube, number 2, Cody Overton. Jordan Bauer, 5th quick, 13.836. Cody Overton will cross the line. He'll go 5th quick, 13.781. Bumps Jordan Bauer down to 6th. Final lap for Jordan Bauer, 4th quick, 13.585. And Cody Overton will cross the line faster. 3rd quick for Cody Overton, 13.549. 3rd quick for Cody Overton. Jordan Bauer, 5th quick. Second lap better, 13.585. Dennis Erb Jr. with a time to beat at a 13.321. Up next, last year's MD3 Rookie of the Year champion out of Rochester, Minnesota, and the Longhorn Pro Power, Oldenburg Construction, Paulson Rock Products, JNS Repair, JCB Equipment, Rochester Chevrolet, 63 Club, Yagi Trucking, CBR Drilling, Heavy Hitch, number 19, Dustin Sorensen. In the 16, from right here in Highland, in the Rocket XR1, Triple R Performance, Tony Wolf owned, Wolf & Sons Heating and Cooling, Chef Speed Shop, Checked Out Graphics, and Racing, Randy Cording Consulting, Dairy Queen of Highland, number 16, Matt Bailey. Sorensen, 3rd quick, 13.528 for Dustin Sorensen. Here comes Matt Bailey in the 16. He'll go 7th quick, 13.606. Checker flag out here for Sorensen. He will not improve. 13.617 that time, a 10th slower from his first lap to go 3rd quick, and Matt Bailey 2nd quick at a 13.479 for Matt Bailey in that Tony Wolf owned 16. Up next, from right here in Highland, and the AMB Custom Mullins Powered, Light Bright Distributing, Wooden Nickel, Sparlin Plumbing, EMEG Plumbing, Surrey Excavating, Surrey Farms, Greiger Farms, Factory CS, Randy Cording Consulting, R2 Ice, Big South Inflatables, number 4S, Jason Surrey. In the number 10 at Trenton, Illinois, and the Rocket Durham, Klein's Appliance and Bedding, Conan Heating and Cooling, Hooker Harness, Aggressive Graphics, Menards Auto Sales, Penske, CC Food Mart, number 10, Darren Klein. Time to beat, 13.321, set by Dennis Erb Jr. Opening lap for Jason Surrey, 9th quick, 13.799. Darren Klein in the 10. He'll go 9th quick, 13.732. 9th quick for Klein, 10th quick for Surrey. Both drivers have work to do here on this final lap. Surrey will improve, but stay 10th quick, 13.737. Darren Klein in the 10 will cross the line. He will improve, 7th quick for Darren Klein, 13.585. Up next, from right here in Highland, Illinois, debuting that brand new Rocket XR2, Durham Powered, Midwest Excavating, Franklin Enterprise, Equipment Share, OH Hendricks Sheet Metal Fabrication, Tim Logan Racing, Chuck Wagon Food Service, Einder Farms, Randy Cording Consulting, Penske VP Racing Fuels, number 33, Mike Harrison. Your Prairie Dirt Classic champion out of Chatham, Illinois, and the Longhorn Durham, Bob Cullen Racing, Thomason Express, Hooker Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, KPC Graphics, All Geyer Performance Parts, Cheap Cars, Ted Browns, Midwest Sheet Metal, VP Racing Fuels, and Race Ranch sponsor, number 3S, Squirrel, Brian Shirley. Dennis Erb Jr. with the time to beat, 13.321. Matt Bailey 2nd, Rodney Melvin 3rd, Dustin Sorensen 4th, the current front row starters. Mike Harrison 10th quick, he has work to do, 13.706. Shirley will cross the line, 12th quick for Shirley, 13.883. So Harrison 10th, Shirley 12th. Lap number 2 for Harrison will not improve. A 10th slower, 13.799. And then you have Shirley, he will not improve as well. 12th quick for Shirley, 13.883. Harrison 10th quick, 13.706. 3 cars to go here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. Up next at a Marine, Illinois. And the Black Diamond Triple R Race Engine, Fox Shocks, Marine Coin Company, Hawkeye Systems, Troy Towing, Stuckey Enterprises. Number 30, the Marine, Matt Mann, Mark Voigt, the 5-time World of Outlaws champion at a New Berlin, Illinois. And the Rocket Chassis, Pro Power, Valvoline, Shepherd's Auto Sales and Salvage, Realtree, Dennis G. Woodworth, Attorney at Law, Paulson Rock Products, Wild Gear, Goose's Pub and Eatery, Busch Light, Pee Wee's Wrecker Service, American Racing, and Sunoco sponsored B5, the Rocket Shep, Brandon Shepherd. Opening lap for Mark Voigt. He'll go 13th quick, 13.898 for Mark Voigt. Brandon Shepherd working on lap number 1. He will clock in 14th quick, 13.898 for Shepherd. And final lap time here for Mark Voigt. He will improve, 13th quick, 13.883. Shepherd needs a good lap 2 here, and Shepherd will improve, but only to 12th quick for Shepherd, 13.858. No one's going to stop him. Dennis Erb Jr. at top of the charts, 13.321 with 1 driver to go. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender at Winona, Minnesota, in the Longhorn, Vic Hill, Gorilla Mill, Herco Companies, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Oak Ridge Fabrication, Orman's HVAC, On Demand Shirts, Rush Race Gear by Austin Witt, Stone Machinery, Willie's Carbon Dyno Shop, Swift Springs. Number 49, Jake Tim, the MD3 Rookie of the Race at the USA Nationals. Jake Tim will clock in on lap number 1. Dennis Erb Jr. with a time to beat, 13.321. Matt Bailey second, Rodney Melvin third, Dustin Sorensen fourth. 10th quick for Jake Tim. Good opening laps, 13.704. 10th quick for Jake Tim. Final lap for Jake, getting his best career finish just not too long ago at Norman County. A 5th place run for him there. And Jake Tim faster, but stays 10th quick, 13.678. No one's going to stop him. Dennis Erb Jr. debuting that brand new Rocket XR2. There you see the replay on DIRTVision and on the big screen. But quickest overall here this evening, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, 13.114 for the smooth operator. Dennis Erb Jr. will start on the front row. Heat race number 3 with the 27 of Rodney Melvin. Heat race number 4 tonight, the 16 of Matt Bailey and the 19 of Dustin Sorensen. Just like that, that will conclude hot laps and qualifying for the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models presented by DIRTVision. We get ready for Dirt Car UMP Modified Hot Laps, and with the call, the voice of Highland Speedway, Doug Jenkins. Doug?
Well, Ruben, we're about ready to qualify 32 modifieds.
And real quick, Doug, let's go down to Ashton Smythe with Dennis Erb Jr.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ruben. We've been saying it and talking about it all day so far. Dennis Erb Jr. in this new XR2. Now you've ran some laps, hot laps qualifying. You're sitting here as the fastest qualifier. How's this new race car treating you?
So far, it's pretty good. I mean, first couple laps on it, pretty good. So hopefully we can have put a whole night together and get us a win here.
Dennis Erb Jr. fastest in Group B in that new XR2, and man, guys, he's going to be one to watch here tonight.
Yeah, he really is. Of course, has been oh so good here as of late, racking up the podiums in that 28 car. Him and Heather Line, 2-time crew chief of the year, and the first female to ever become crew chief of the year for the Outlaws, working hard down there. They left Rocket at 7 p.m. last night, Doug, and out here tonight in that 28. All right, Dirt Car UMP Modifieds, take it away, my friend.
All right, thank you very much, Ruben. And before we dive into the modifieds, I want to say hello to everybody of the Highland Speedway family watching around the world, wherever you are. For example, in South Carolina, welcome to the broadcast. Glad you could tune in, and hope you have a great time. I'm thinking of you, Scott Wilson. So, anyway, let's start with the qualifying order right now. We have 32 cars signed in. Qualifying group number 1, we'll see Rick Salter in the 95 go out first. The Salty Dog, the first qualifier. Then Christian Lee, who just this season moved up into the super modified. I don't know if they're super modifieds, but the A modifieds we'll call them. We've got the pro modifieds here on a weekly basis too. That's where he came from, but the modifieds you're going to see here now is where he's at. So he's second qualifier. Then the Gary Gross 84G out of Farmington, Missouri. Talon Beard, the 21T from Highland, which is Mark Voigt's grandson, goes fourth. And Noah Sugg, a second-generation race car driver out of Greenville, will qualify fifth in car number 69. Then it's Zeb Moak, the 87Z from Freeburg. He's the defending track champion and current points leader coming into Championship weekend next Saturday night. Here comes the first of 32 qualifiers. Here comes the Salty Dog, Rick Salter. We got Salter on the track. We got Christian Lee on the track. And here comes the green flag for both of them. All right, first lap for Salter is a 14.521, and lap number 1 for Christian Lee will be a 14.742. Salter's second lap, 14.542 for the 95 car, and Christian Lee's second lap, a 14.712. Getting the numbers off the Bradford National Bank scoreboard down there in turn number 1. You can also see them on the scoreboard down there in the middle of the infield. And of course, if you're watching at home, they're right there on your screen. Next two qualifiers, Gary Gross in the number 84 on the back straightaway. And as you can see in the double box on your TV screen, the 21T Talon Beard coming through 3 and 4 right now. Both coming down to get the green flag. And we will see if anybody can knock Rick Salter off the top of the pedestal. He's got a 14.521, his official time. So lap number 1 for Gary Gross. Gross with a 14.893. And Talon Beard, quick time now, 14.484 for Talon Beard in the 21T. Second lap for Gross, 14.788. Talon Beard a 14.410. 14.410, and that's the official time for Talon Beard. So far, he's quick from the first 4 qualifiers. Next up, Noah Sugg, Greenville, Illinois, the driver of the number 69 car. And next we'll see Zeb Moak, the 87Z, out of Freeburg, of whom we spoke, leading the current point standings. As we come down to wrap up our season here in just a week or so. So both drivers are now on the clock. Talon Beard, the current point of the current fast time with a 14.410. Here comes the first lap for Noah Sugg, and that's a 16.026. Make that a 14.491. Sorry about that. And a 14.387 for Zeb Moak. Moak with a 14.387. .450. Second lap for Zeb Moak. His first lap is the good lap, and it's good enough for quick time right now. 14.387. Zeb Moak now on top of the heap after your first 6 qualifiers. Zach Gilly will go next. We're qualifying in 2 groups tonight. Zach Gilly will be your next qualifier, and Ray Bollinger follows him. There's Zach Bully in the number 1 car. Ray Bollinger in the 77. Gilly will come around to get the green flag. He's out of Troy, Illinois, the 77. Ray Bollinger out of Kewanee, Illinois, and both drivers are now officially on the clock. Right now it's Moak, Beard, Salter, Lee, and Gross, your top 5. First lap is a 14.626 for Zach Gilly, and the first lap for the 77 Ray Bollinger puts him at the top, 14.332. Second lap for Gilly, a 15.010. Second lap for Bollinger, 14.330. That's a new quick time for Ray Bollinger in the 77. The track is looking really fast tonight. And of course, we got some fantastic racers here as well. And next up, out of Brooks, Kentucky, Ben Harmon in the number 1H. And the Destroyer, Rick Ganoyer, went here a couple of weeks ago. Car number 14 out of Wentzville, Missouri. Harmon's on the clock down the back straightaway. Off corner number 4, Rick Salter will get on the clock. Here is the first lap for Harmon. 14,284, and he goes to the top. I sense a trend here. 14, Rick Canoyer. And Canoyer now third quick with a 14,382. Harmon's second lap. That's better, a 14,143. And Canoyer's second lap. 14,909, a 14,909. So his first lap will be his official lap, which is good for third quick right now at a 14,382. Your next qualifier is last Saturday night's feature winner in the modifieds, Chris Smith, driver the number 15. Had a great race with Kenny Wallace, came down to a last lap, last turn pass. Chris Smith from right here in Highland. Another Highland driver, Chad Zobrist, in the 787 is about ready to take the green flag. So Harmon right now, quick time with a 14,143. Let's see what we got out of Chris Smith. That's a 14,328. That's second quick time. Cody Zobrist. Cody Zobrist, seventh quick with a 14,501. Chris Smith, second lap is a little bit slower, a 14,374. Second lap out of Zobrist with a 14,578. All right, next up, we've got the Dean Hoffman, number 1D. He won a feature here earlier this year. He's usually good for a couple of feature wins a year here. He's out of Troy, Illinois. Jeremy Pate out of Beckemeyer, Illinois in the black 88 tonight. And now with both drivers on the track, I can tell you that Jeremy Pate, the black 88, that's a car that's the backup car for Christian Lee. 14,416, that's the first lap for the 1D of Dean Hoffman. 14,416 for him. His first lap for Pate is a 14,665. Hoffman's second lap goes to second quick, 14,172. Second lap for Pate is a 14,706. So the 1H of Harmon is still your quick time out of Benton, Kentucky, the driver of the number 1H. Two more cars to go in group number 1. Two more cars to go, and we are now on the clock with the Chase Holland number 45 out of Mississippi, and Kevin Cole out of Benton, Illinois in the number 81, and the first lap for Chase Holland is a 14,376. First lap for Kevin Cole is a 14,414. Second lap for Holland, a 14,197, which is good for third quick. And Kevin Cole goes to fourth pass with a 14,316. Ladies and gentlemen, your quick qualifier from group number 1. He came out about halfway through the session. Out of Kentucky, the driver is Ben Harmon out of Brooks, Kentucky, a 14,143. So our first group of qualifying is now set. 16 cars have taken time. Group number 2 just about ready to go. Well, we're a little bit off of the track record of 13,458. Mike McKinney set that track record. I believe it was last year. But we still have a very tightly grouped field of cars. And I'll take tightly grouped over lightning fast times that are spread out any day. And like I said, these lap times are very close to each other right now. Group number 2 is going to come out just as soon as we clear the track from group number 1. And your first two out will be Cale Hartnagel out of Pocahontas, Illinois, the 29H. And from Belleville, Tom Smallwood, the weatherman, card number 28. So again, Track record, Mike McKinney, a 13.458, set on 420 of 24. All right, as we get ready to go back to qualifying, Daniel Williams, and you need to meet the paramedics at the gate, please. Daniel Williams, meet the paramedics at the gate, please. All right, there's Cale Hartnagel in the teal colored 29, and the black and purple number 28 is Tom Smallwood. First lap is a 14.867 for Hartnagel. That's a 14.583 for Smallwood on lap number 1. Second lap, a 15.269 for Hartnagel, and Smallwood second lap, a 14.570, and that's good for quick time so far in group number 2. Your next qualifier comes out of O'Fallon, Missouri, a third-generation race car driver, Drake Stevenson, the 77D. We've got Billy Knable in the Pocahontas 52L. Or just the 52, I should say. Billy Knable in the 52. Drake Stevenson in the 77D. Here's the first lap for the Stevenson 77. That's a 14.483. That puts him at the top. Billy Knable, third quick now with a 14.708. They both get, I think they both get another lap. Yes, they do. First lap, or second lap for Stevenson, a 14.510 and a 14.717 for Knable. They stay first and third, respectively. So we've had our first 4 qualifiers come out in group number 2. Next we'll have out of Sikeston, Missouri, Austin Reddick, the number 94, and Troy Stuckwish, the 22J from Marine, Illinois. And Troy Stuckwish has been racing in the Pro Modified division for most of the last couple of years. So Stuckwish is going to give it a shot in the 22J tonight. Correction, that is Deese Schwartz, who is the next one out of Ashmore, Illinois, a former Pro Modified national champion in dirt car. So the 94 Austin Reddick's on the track, he's on the clock, and now Deese Schwartz is as well. And the first lap for the 94 car is a 14.578. That's first lap for Austin Reddick. Deese Schwartz with a 15.047. 15.047. That's 6 quick time. Schwartz, or excuse me, Reddick with a 14.578 on his second lap. And second lap for Schwartz will be a 14.943. So Drake Stevenson still at the top with 6 cars qualified out of this group so far. A 14.483 is the number he's aiming for, or whoever is next is aiming for. All right, there's the 22 we were looking for out of Marine, Illinois, Troy Stuckwish. And here comes Cole Knable, the son of Billy Knable, who we just saw out here just a couple of moments ago. Here comes a white flag for the number 22 of Stuckwish. And that is a 15.316. Knable, a 52 junior, with a 15.191. So he goes to 7th. Stuckwish is 8th. Second lap for Stuckwish, a little bit better, a 15.435. Or a little bit worse, I should say, 14.35. And then the second lap on Knable, the 14.372. So 14.372 puts him at the top of the heat, knocking Drake Stevenson off as your quick time. Next qualifier, we've got the 24 Jacob Steinkating from right here in Highland, and from down the road in Breeze, Illinois, the racing realtor Chad Sellers in the E55. Both drivers now on the clock. Jacob Steinkaning gets the white flag, and he goes to second quick with a 14.445. E55, Chad Sellers will be seventh quick with a 14.786. Checkered flag, last lap for Steinkaning, a 14.385. Second lap for Sellers is good for fifth quick with a 14.572. So Knebel, Steinkating, Stevenson, Smallwood, and Sellers, that is your new top five after the last couple of groups of two. Next up on the Speedway, next up we've got the Owen Steinkating, number 5. That's a cousin to Jacob, who we just saw on the racetrack. Owen Steinkating in the 5. Zeke McKenzie out of Claypool, Indiana in the number 24. And Owen Steinkating not coming up to speed. The last couple of weeks, he's had transmission issues both here and over at Granite City, Tri-City Speedway. So it's a gremlin that's been haunting them for a little while now. Once he can get into high gear, he seems to go all right, but the problem is getting it to go from low to high in the 2-speed transmission that they're running. So you're going to give him a push, and, well, we'll see what happens after that. Again, Cole Knebel, the 14.372 lap, puts him at the top of the heap. Second quick is Jacob Steinkaning with a 14.385. Drake Stevenson, a 14.483. Tom Smallwood with a 14.570. And Chad Sellers with a 14.572. And that is your top 5 in qualifying in group number 2 right now. Owen Steinkating's not going to get time, at least not at the moment. So that'll give Zeke McKenzie a wide open track to do with as he please. We'll see a white flag coming up here in just a moment. There it is. Zeke McKenzie with a 14.415, and that puts him into the third slot. Zeke McKenzie third quick now with another lap to come. Second lap for Zeke McKenzie. A 14.440. The first lap's a good one. Good for third quick with a 14.415. Here comes Herm. That's Kenny Wallace, the 36 car, your next qualifier. He'll be joined by Brett Eilerman in the 63, who also has been running with the Pro Modifieds this year. He's from right here in Highland. So we got Wallace and Eilerman on the racetrack. Your next two qualifiers rolling right now. Kenny Wallace led a bunch of the feature race this past Saturday night. He was passed by Chris Smith on the last turn of the last lap. It couldn't have been more than 3 feet at the start-finish line as Wallace took the win. Wallace's first lap puts him on the top of the charts, a 14.318. Eilerman's first lap, good for 10th quick with a 14.830. Wallace, can he go better than 14.318? At the 14.335, his second lap. And Eilerman's second lap will be a 14.929. So, Kenny Wallace now your quick qualifier with 2 drivers left to go. Those 2 drivers are Damian Keeper in the 0 car out of St. Genevieve, Missouri. And how many of you know a Mike Harrison, the 24H? 3 years ago today, he won his 600th feature race. If you believe in omens, maybe that is one. You never know. So both drivers now on the track. Damian Keeper, the 0 car, coming down to take the white flag. And we got a 14.488 on Keeper. That's good for 6th fastest. Mike Harrison with a 14.462. Second lap for Keeper, a 14.290. That's quick time for Keeper. Can Harrison do better? Harrison with a 14.484, and that is the end of qualifying. Damian Keeper, the 0 out of St. Genevieve, Missouri, will be your quick timer here tonight with a 14.290 here in qualifying group number 2. Kenny Wallace second with a 14.318, and Cole Knable third quick in the 52 junior with a 14.372. So one by one, we saw the quick time fall. Didn't see the track record fall, and that's just fine with me. Like I said, sometimes a slower track makes for better racing. So looking forward to what the heat races are getting ready to bring us here in just a little bit, because guess what, Ruben? It is time for opening ceremonies, or just about time, I should say.
Getting close to opening ceremonies here at Highland. For everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, we'll step aside and be right back.
When precision matters, it's the tools that define the moment. This summer, racing meets the hunt. Jarrett Rifles, ASIO Gear, ASD Motorsports. A partnership offering a $10,000 journey to legendary precision and $2,000 to outfit your next conquest, where passion meets possibility at the late model dream. Your path awaits at asdmotorsports.com.
This November, dirt racing's most celebrated stars will shine the World of Outlaws World Finals. It's 4 huge days of racing and entertainment. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte as the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models, and Super Dirt Car Big Block Modifieds collide. The World of Outlaws World Finals, November 5th through the 8th at the Dirt Track in Charlotte. Be there.
Honest Abe Roofing is America's favorite roofing company.
They took the time to discuss all of our needs.
I couldn't be happier with my new roof.
The best part? They came in under budget. Honest Abe Roofing helped us with their easy payment solutions, and now we can make low payments on the roof that we actually wanted.
I guarantee you'll get the best price for your roof. That's what my ironclad lowest investment guarantee is all about.
This copyrighted DIRTVision broadcast may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or distributed in any form without World Racing Group's written consent. Copyright infringement is a federal crime.
Fast One Speed Shop is your destination for the parts you desire. If you've ever craved dealer-type pricing on most major brands without hefty buy-ins, now's your opportunity. Whether you're into circle track, drag, street, repair shops, hot rods, or more, we've got you covered for just $99.99 a month. The Fast One Parts VIP Club is unmatched, so start saving hundreds or thousands by joining the VIP Club today. Visit us online at fast1speedshop.com or fast1parts.com.
What the heck is this? We're doing brand deals now, huh?
Chad, it makes sense.
Sheesh! Just because we're both cut from the same stuff of American legends, right here in the good old US of A?
Kinda.
Just because we're both for America, by America? Just because Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer is 100% American made?
Yes, Chad. Yes.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
It's ARP Fasteners for whatever you race. From 2 wheels to 4. Off-road, on-road, even water. From the flat track to the salt flats. Grassroots racers, weekend warriors, and pros alike trust ARP. Made in America quality, family owned and operated. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com. No matter what you race.
If your answer to the summer heat is let it rain, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt. Wednesday night action tonight here at Highland Speedway. 4 heat races coming up here shortly. Opening ceremonies ready to begin in just a few moments, doing some final track packing here at Highland Speedway. 4 heat races, Bobby Pierce, Shannon Babb on the front row of Real American Beer Heat 1, Jason Fager, Tanner English on the front row of Stack Products Heat Race number 2, Dennis Erb Jr., Rodney Melvin on the front row of Kaiser Manufacturing Heat 3, Matt Bailey and Dustin Sorensen on the front row at Jarrett Rifles Heat Race number 4. We'll take the top 4 directly to the feature. That'll lock in 16 drivers, 5th on back, and those 4 heat races will go to the one and only last chance showdown here this evening, where we will lock in 6 drivers. 22 cars will be locked in, then we will award World of Outlaw points provisionals and emergencies if needed here this evening. We'll have the top 8 redraw tonight. The winners will redraw for positions 1 through 4. Second will redraw for positions 5 through 8 later on tonight down in Victory Lane. After opening ceremonies, we'll have our 4 heat races and the Dirt Car UMP Modified heat races, and we'll have our top 8 redraw, our one and only Land of Pressure Washer Last Chance Showdown. We'll have the Dirt Car UMP Modified Last Chance Showdown, our 40-lap feature, and then the Dirt Car UMP Modified feature to round it out. And, of course, we will head on out and head to Spoon River Speedway tomorrow night. Come and join us Tuesday night, Lewiston, Illinois, Spoon River Speedway, and then Friday, Saturday, the only visit to the Hawkeye State for the Outlaws this year, Makokata Speedway doubleheader, Friday, Saturday this weekend. Next weekend, we're off to Oklahoma for the first ever visit to the Arrowhead Speedway doubleheader there, August 22nd and 23rd, Friday, Saturday next weekend. Then we'll have 2 weeks off, and then we'll get ready for the World of Outlaws Needmore Late Model Showdown in Needmore Speedway in Norman Park, Georgia, followed by the World of Outlaws Billy Clanton Classic at Sonora Raceway on September 13th. Then we'll have a doubleheader right up the road from here. Mark it on your calendars, Tri-City Speedway, Granite City, Illinois, for the World of Outlaws Summer Cup Clash. Double header here at Tri-City Speedway for the final visit to the land of Lincoln. And then we're off to Kansas, Humboldt Speedway, Friday, October 3rd, Saturday, October 4th at the 81 Speedway for the Ed Gressel Tribute. Then the final weekend before the World of Outlaws World Finals down in Greenwood, Louisiana at Boot Hill Speedway for the World of Outlaws Bayou Classic, $50,000 to win. And then 4 enormous nights, the World of Outlaws World Finals. It is the month of August right now. Visit worldofoutlaws.worldfinals.com for your tickets before the end of the month. It's already August 13th today. After the end of the month, if you get your tickets, you will receive the free fan pit pass. So if you're going to Charlotte anyway, might as well get your tickets before the end of August to get that free fan pit pass. That's worldofoutlaws.worldfinals.com for tickets before the end of August for the free fan pit pass. If you can't be there in person, watch every lap live on DIRTVision. Pack trucks packing in the racing surface.
Well, once again, we need Dan Williams, Brandon Crafton. We need both of you to the pass-through gate between the pits and the grandstand. Just as quick as you can get there, Dan Williams and Brandon Crafton. You are needed at the pass-through gate as quick as you can get there between the pits and the grandstands.
Taking a look at the World of Outlaws point standings, Bobby Pierce, your current World of Outlaws point leader by 74 points, but mathematically that's only 37 positions, not including the 4-point gap between first and second. If you're unfamiliar with our point system, the way it works with the World of Outlaws, very, very simple. Only national points awarded during the feature, and it is a 4-point increment from first to second, and then 2 points from second on back. Gustin third, 126 behind, only 52 points behind Hoffman. And as with that, we are ready for opening ceremonies. Ashton Smythe downstairs, ready to conduct it all. So Ashton Smythe, we'll send it downstairs to you.
Thanks so much, Ruben. Last couple minutes down here of track prep getting underway here before we kick off heat races. But before we do, we have one last piece of business to take care of. So I ask, if you're joining us here at Highland, please rise and remove your hats. And here to present tonight's colors, the VFW Post 5694. They're not going. One more time, please rise if you are able and remove your hats. And here to present tonight's colors, VFW Post 5694. And please remain standing. And here to give tonight's invocation, the track chaplain here at Highland Speedway, Mr. Ted Stanfield.
Pray with me, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and this wonderful, beautiful weather we have for racing here at the Highland Speedway. We please pray for each driver and each crew. Heavenly Father, we pray that you will keep them safe and keep them competitive. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you so much, Ted. And please remain standing. And here to sing tonight's national anthem, Miss Katie Hatch.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight hearts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much to both Katie and Ted down here. Race fans, sit back in your seats, crack a cold Real American beer, and let's get ready for some late model heat races.